So today we're going to be taking a look at the world's first smart cube, the GiiKER cube from Xiaomi. So at first glance, this is just a typical 3x3 with a modern but unremarkable design. But if you look a little bit deeper, you can see what makes this cube special. So as you can see, there is a sensor under each center cap. Now what these do is they actually relay the position or rotations of these centers to a program, which I'll get to in a second. But from the rotations of the centers, it can extrapolate the positions of the edges and the corners. So with these sensors, you can actually track every move you do on this puzzle. So this is crazy exciting. Instant reconstructions are what we have to look forward to from this. So now I'm going to take a look at the two pieces of software that are currently available for this puzzle and see what they can do. So the first one I'm going to go over is bluetooth.cubing.net. This was designed by Lucas Guerin basically as soon as this puzzle was available. So as you can see on the left here, you've got a 3D model of a cube, and you can manipulate that just by clicking and dragging over it. But on the right, in the top, you can see there's a small connect button. So what you want to do is click that, and then your GiiKER cube will show up. Go ahead and pair that. And you'll hear an audible beep from your cube whenever it's paired. So then just take your cube and turn it. You can see it instantly registers that as a U2. That's so exciting to me. You can do a U-perm, then undo the U-perm. It just registers everything as quickly as you can turn it. Now I found one issue with this, and that is the fact that when you do an M move, it registers it as LR prime, which is kind of disappointing because I do the MU U-perms and they look like this. That's definitely not a U-perm. But all in all, this is really exciting software, and I'm super happy that Lucas is working on this. But now let's move on to the official app for the GiiKER cube. So this app is called SuperCube, as you can see right there. I found it just by typing in GiiKER into the Google Play Store. I'm sure you could do the same thing on iOS in the App Store. But just open it up and we'll see what it can do here. It's got a few different pretty fun features, so I want to go through most of them. So as soon as you open it up, it'll have you connect your cube just like the last software did. So you can see there are 4 options on the top and 4 down at the bottom. So we'll go to the cube in the top left first. And it says My Speed Cube. So as you can see here, my cube isn't exactly solved in the state that it shows on the screen. But I can just go ahead and solve that. And then hit reset down here at the bottom. Go to solved. Yes, reset it. And now it's back to the same position as my cube, and when you turn it, it will register those turns. So now we'll go back to the main page and go to the stopwatch, the second over from the left. And now this is a smart timer. So what this timer does is it actually registers whenever the cube is solved. So you can do any scramble you want to do, and then hit ready. Now, as soon as you start turning, it will actually start timing you until the cube is solved. So this is just a U-perm. 0.96 U-perm. So this is actually a pretty good way to do PLL time attacks and stuff like that. Although I'm not quite sure if it's completely accurate, but it's still pretty cool. And it's definitely accurate enough to give you your times. So now we'll go over to the rocket icon, and it says follow me to solve the cube. So click go. And scramble your cube. So I'll just do another U-perm like that. Hit go. And it tells you how to orient the cube. So hold the cube like it's showing you. And now it says follow me to solve the cube. So you hit play and follow along as it shows you to solve the cube. And if you lag behind, it will wait on you. See that arrow down at the bottom? This is not a very efficient U-perm. But there we go. We finished a U-perm in 34.87 seconds. And then the last option at the top is just information about your cube. So now let's go to Cubic Run. Test your reaction by following the moves. So once again, you have to orient your cube the way it shows you, and then you just follow along with the turns as it makes them in the app. So I found this to be not very challenging, but it's still pretty cool to do for a little while. It gets old pretty quickly though, because it doesn't really get you back to solved or anything like that. It's just turning the cube and not falling behind. Let's see what happens if you do fall behind. Oh, there's a countdown at the bottom. So you've got 10 seconds to make each move, which is really easy to do. So on to the next thing. So the next option down is Crazy Puzzle. I'll click on that. Collect pixel pics by one face clone. So what this does is, you can see I've actually already made some progress. This is the second page, but we can use an example on the first page. This is just copying the face that it shows you on your cube. So with this one, I'll start on the yellow face, put all the white edges down, and then we've got red in the top right, blue in the bottom right, pink in the top left, and green in the bottom right. So there we go. So now we'll go down here to complete clone, click on that. So in this part of the app, you just completely clone the cube that it shows you. So I'll do an easy one here. This is just a checkerboard pattern. I don't think you can speed up the observation time, which is kind of unfortunate because especially at the very beginning, they're kind of simple. So here we go. 2.82 checkerboard pattern. So that's pretty cool, and I assume they get more and more difficult as you go along. So now we're going to go to Cubic Escape and escape from the cubic within step limits. So that is not good English, but we'll see what it does. So we'll go to level 1. Okay, so there's a little wizard guy there on the front of the cube, or the top of the cube, and we've got to put him on the front. So within 3 steps, that's pretty simple. We'll just do that. This is actually pretty cool. I'm not sure how useful it would be. See, that doesn't work. Just like on bluetooth.cubing.net, M moves are not registered. So that's unfortunate. We have to do something like that. And you can see that I've failed. So that's the story of my life. But anyway, this is pretty cool, and I just thought I wanted to go through like a comprehensive guide of this little app just because I thought it was really fun. But performance of this cube is surprisingly really good. I didn't really expect it to perform that well just because other versions that I've seen, like the GoCube and stuff like that, looked really clunky in their design. But it looks like they've actually put some effort into the design of this cube. One thing I wish that they would have put a little more effort into was gluing the magnets in. So that gives the cube kind of a strange sound whenever you're solving it. It's kind of rattly, and that sound does kind of get on my nerves a little bit. But either way, it's not a huge deal, and I might glue them in later on. And also, what's up with that color scheme? These are not the easiest things to recognize because that looks like red to me. I don't know about you guys, but actually this is the red side and that's the orange side. So other than the color scheme and the rattling, it's a really good cube, and I actually don't mind solving it. But if it gains some popularity and people start wanting stickers, it's definitely something I could design and we could sell at the Cubicle. So let me know down in the comments if you plan on getting this cube. I think it's really exciting the direction that cubing's going in, and I'm really happy to see all the innovation that's going into puzzles. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll talk to you later, guys.